KandiShow.
All right, it's KandiShow episode 19. The date is June 21st, 2021. It's 6/21/21. It's 1:26 p.m. My name is Vinny Kandis.
I'm Alec Kandis.
All right, let's start here. So let's go with, I got good bets of the weekend and bad bets. Let's start with bad, okay?
Okay.
And I haven't even told you the whole breakdown yet, but
Yeah.
let's start with, so Friday night I went out to Aria in the MGM. Met a friend out there, my friend Nick Hornback. He likes to call out, so shout out to Nick Hornback. And I placed a 3-team parlay. I did $100 on Clippers plus 2.5, and then 2 fights. And I'll get into the fights in a second. But that was the night. Clippers, Utah, Game 6. Utah went up 22 in the first half. Was hitting all types of threes. Jordan Clarkson scored like 17 points a game. I talked shit to Jordan Clarkson like 5 years ago at Nobu. Like, I don't know how he's gotten good. He was never focused, but all of a sudden he won 6th Man of the Year this year. And anyway, dropped 17 points in a row. Jazz were up 22 at half. Yep. And me and Nick I went and got a milkshake at halftime. Like I thought it was over. It was like one of those things where you want your first leg of the parlay for the momentum to ride up, and it was riding really low, down 22 at half. And so anyway, we went back. Their friends were playing like slots or some silly games, and I kept walking back to the TV just to check. And they cut it to like 15. They cut it to 12. I'm like, oh shit! Like, and I still even was like, I had hope, but didn't see it coming. Long story short, Clippers come back, win by 12, 34-point swing. Clippers win that. Cool, we hit the bet. And I'm gonna get NBA stuff, but let's just do the bets first. So I hit on the first team parlay. It was 100 to win like 425. So then we go into Saturday, which we did I guess it was we didn't know if it was called UFC on ESPN 25 or UFC Vegas 29. We saw both. But whatever. We did a little fight card predictions. And with that one, the first leg of the parlay, which we kind of thought was a lock, even though I wouldn't say jokingly, I did say I want Matt Brown by decision, and I was going with my heart. Yeah. But I ended up going with Diego Lima as the second leg of the parlay, minus 180. He's leg kicking the shit out of Matt Brown the whole first round. Gets like 10 kicks. Matt Brown legs looks beat up. Matt Brown comes out second round and fucking sleeps Diego Lima. I texted my brother, sent a video. I was fucking heartbroken. Yeah. I just thought for sure that was going to be the one. Yeah, and then we'd get into the main event. Right. Now, that being the case, the third leg of the party was Dan Ige, and he got shut out 5 rounds to nothing. Damn. So it didn't make me feel as bad. Shout out to Korean Zombie, bro. Korean Zombie looked good. Really? I think he took that Ortega loss. And honestly, it makes me feel even better about Ortega, too. Because Ortega really looked good against Korean Zombie. Korean Zombie looked good. He looked confident. He was moving well. And again, a lot of people were picking Ige in that fight. Yeah. So we picked Ige in that fight.
I mean we didn't know, because coming off of a loss like that, you either go 2 directions for those type of guys, But so obviously he chose the more hungry path, Which, I mean, I don't think he's ever really gotten the recognition that he's deserved from. I mean, a lot of people know his name, though, but it's.
He has a big name, and he's fought a lot of guys. He knocked out Frankie Edgar, but he's been around for a while, too. Yeah. And I think once you become this kind of, like, mainstay journeyman, you just kind of lose steam. But, again, they also had a main event and a card still however many years later. Yeah. So, shout out to Korean Zombie. So, that was a bummer. The Clippers one that looked the worst ended up winning, and I lost both the fights. So, that was that. Yeah. And then the only thing I would add on is this. So Sunday, I put bets on this U.S. Open golf tournament, and the one that was looking good was I bet the field, which was plus 900. I put 100 on that. Would have collected 1,000, profited 900. Going into the final round Sunday, it was 3 guys tied for minus 5. 2 of the guys were the field, and then there was this guy named Louis Oosthuizen. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. South African dude. Louis Oosthuizen. He was the only one of the minus 5, and then the second guys were minus 3. So, and I didn't even tell you this. So Sunday night, I'm like, fuck it. Just to cover my ass, I got the 2 guys with minus 5. Let me go put money on Louis Oosthuizen at plus 280. I put 200 on him at plus 280 to cover my ass. Thinking be like, okay, so either I go collect 1,000 for the field, or I go 200 plus the 560. I collect 760. So I profit 800 or 560 on the 2 minus 5, on the 3 minus 5s. Next guys were minus 3. So they all 3 had a 2-stroke lead. And it's just crazy how in golf, the cream just always rises to the top. And long story short, John Rahm ends up birdieing the last 2 holes. And if you pay attention to sports, you saw it on ESPN highlights. And Louis Oosthuizen fucking hit a penalty shot in the 17th. And he had to basically eagle the par 5 on 18 and just couldn't. It's hard to eagle. And anyway, so I ended up putting 200 to Chase, thinking I was covering my ass, and still John Rahm rises to the top and fucks me. Damn. Bro. I didn't even tell you that. So, so anyway, so that was the bad bets.
Yeah.
And then let's get into it's not even good bets per se for the weekend, but good bets overall. So, and this will just be our NBA segment as well. Let's start with, so first off, Saturday night. We already said the Clippers won. So every time we did an NBA segment on here, at the end of it, I always said I had a futures on Clippers, Suns, and Bucks. So now we do have Clippers versus Suns in the Western Conference Finals, and then the Bucks beat the Nets Game 7 on Saturday. So the win of the weekend was the fact that now I have the Suns, Clippers, Bucks, 3 of the final 4 teams, and the fourth team now is the Atlanta Hawks, who beat the 76ers last night, who are the longest shot. I looked up the odds today. Bucks are plus 100. Suns are plus 140. Clippers are plus 700, and Hawks are plus 1,000.
Damn.
So,
wow. So you predicted the 3 of the 4 teams.
So we got 3 of the 4 teams. Yeah, so that's the good huge bet. So that will end like mid-July, and at lowest I'll win 1,800. Clippers or Bucks I collect 1,800. Suns I collect 2,300.
Ooh.
So.
Go Suns.
Yeah, and the big thing too yet last night was Ben Simmons just shitting the bed. He literally, you hear about mental blocks. I don't understand how, 1, you're not practicing free throws every day, and 2, literally like mental block to the point he didn't want to shoot. He got under, could have dunked the ball and passed it, and it's the meme of the last 24 hours. He gets on the rim, instead of just jumping up and dunking, he passes to this guy cutting. So basically, the Sixers and Ben Simmons, that's done. They're going to have to trade Ben Simmons. So
the Kardashian curse.
The Kardashian curse, I guess. So I'm curious what where Ben Simmons goes. But and then to be honest, if the Nets were healthy, they would have blown out the Bucks. The Bucks are trash. And I know they have the Bucks plus 100. I think if it's Suns Bucks, which it looks like, I mean, Suns are up 1-0 on the Clippers. I'm still not counting out the Clippers. Kawhi's not playing either. So if Kawhi does come back, obviously that's going to make a difference. But Chris Paul didn't play yesterday either. So again, I'm not going to count the Clippers. They went down 2-0, Mavs, Nuggets. By the way, they're the first team in NBA history to ever do that. Go down 2-0 in 2 series and come back and win.
Wow.
So shout out to the Clippers. So I'm not going to count the Clippers. I've seen them come back already. But if I had to pick right now, the predictions we made earlier in the year, I did do Clippers Bucks. Now I do feel it's going to be Suns Bucks. That's what Vegas thinks too. But and I think if Suns Bucks happen, Suns are winning it all.
So crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So the good thing of the weekend is we got 3 of the 4 final 4 teams where we make some real money, 18 to 2,300.
I hate to say lock, but it seems.
Oh, it seems like a lock, yeah.
Pretty locked.
Bucks should beat the Hawks. I think the Bucks should beat the Hawks easy.
Right.
Like 4-0, 4-1.
And even if they get there, they're going to play a hard Suns.
Hard Suns or Clippers, yeah. I think honestly whoever comes out of Suns Clippers, especially if Kawhi comes back and Chris Paul will come back after he gets out of this virus protocol.
Yeah.
I think whoever comes out of the West is going to win. But
that shit's so crazy that we're still dealing with virus protocols and shit.
We're not even wearing like it's done.
Yeah.
California was the last state, and
Vegas is popping.
Yeah, Vegas is really popping. But anyway, that's it. So we'll just continue with that. Let's go Clippers. Let's go Bucks. Let's go Suns. And that's it I got for NBA.
What did you end up doing for Father's Day?
What did I do for Father's Day?
Yeah.
I made crab legs.
This is your first Father's Day with 2 kids.
With 2 kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Made crab legs, lobster tails, and grilled some burgers. Went to the pool, just chilled. I was letting my back heal. I got the jiu-jitsu tournament on Thursday, so I just let my back heal. Just chilled. It was cool though.
Did you get any Father's Day gifts?
Did I get any Father's Day gifts? I got some kind of fruit basket from my mom with a balloon that says
I love that shit.
Super Dad.
Yeah.
With some chocolate covered basketball. They look like basketballs, but chocolate covered apples. Those were good. Those are the only things I really ate. But that's it. I didn't get any gifts.
Hendrix didn't paint you anything or make you?
No, he didn't paint me nothing. Nah.
Damn.
I've been seeing videos too of like Father's Day gifts versus Mother's Day gifts. Like fathers really get disrespected. I think Snoop Dogg posted a video on World Star, but it was like my birthday for 3 weeks because of when we went to Hibachi, and then it was actually my birthday when we went to Palm Springs, and they said it was my birthday at Hibachi in Palm Springs. I went to Kobe in Palm Springs in one night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and they sang happy birthday to me there too. So I feel like I've been celebrating shit myself for 3 weeks basically. So that was cool.
Do you feel more father-esque now that you have 2 kids?
Do I feel more father-esque?
Yeah. Is it a different feeling, or do you feel the same?
I think the grind of a baby just does something to you.
In a positive manner?
In a positive, yeah.
You're tired and like...
No, I think in a positive.
Because everyone makes it seem like how,
Yeah, but most people are just negative, Gerald. But I think, again, it's just like if you go through the grind, it might be hard, but you're going to come out stronger, And that's what I feel. I just feel like I have this 8-week grind of this new human being. It does something to you. Now, whether you make it a positive or negative, I guess that's your choice. Today's 8 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, it's 8 weeks old. So that's the one thing I take about it. When I'm in thought, it's just like it's a grind. But I do feel different. Of course, I've raised a human being for 8 weeks now.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into some fun stuff now.
Okay.
Do you want to say anything else? Should we talk about the jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. So I called you to remind you to call Dad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I forgot. And then when I got off the phone with you, I forgot, you're a dad. I still forget.
I said that too. Yeah, you didn't tell me Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, no, I thought you meant Dad. You said Dad should call you and wish you a happy Father's Day.
No, I said he'll call me too and wish me Happy Father's Day. I'm a father now too.
Yeah, no. And they kind of skipped over my head, and then I got off the phone with you. And I was like, damn, I probably should have wished you a happy Father's Day. But then I decided to save it for a podcast.
You're a bum.
Yeah. But I did kind of want to get into it. I don't want to get emotional. We don't talk emotionally, but this is, like the trap. I don't want to get into too many details because it's more of this, like, your story to tell. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you kind of fell into like one of the hardest pits to recover from as a human being,
right?
And how long ago was that? Like
24, so 6-7 years now.
6-7 years ago. And most people that fall into the same pit, like, don't get back to normal life. And I mean, most people don't even make it out alive. So the fact that like you recreated your whole life and now you're a husband, you pay your bills, you have a house, you have 2 kids, your bounce back has just been so crazy. And recently, I've been going through a rougher time,
right?
And it's it's crazy how much fuel that I can pull from that.
Yeah.
And I feel like you do talk shit, and you're obviously overconfident and kind of a dummy, but I really don't think you get the homage that you deserve.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I wanted to save it for the podcast. I was gonna call and tell you that, but yeah, I don't think you understand how, like, it has been seen.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And on the deep, I understand it, and but I appreciate you noticing, and I think people notice, but like I think it's just hard.
But even like with you have such a big head. I feel like people are, more limiting on the compliments. But
sure, of course.
And it's not even compliments. I mean, it's due respect.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people come out of that usually too, and have to, like, not to even say about me, but just people usually have to come out of it, like, find Bible, or like their opinion. When they come out, they don't even have their opinion anymore.
Yeah.
So I take pride in that. Not only did I come back and survive it, I came back still with a strong opinion, still with not having to be like, oh, I need Jesus. And shout out to Jesus. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need this crutch when you get out. And
that's what's kind of cool about it. Is like, obviously it's not cool that you had to go through what you went through.
Sure. And I had a hard drug phase is basically what he's saying. But anyway.
Yeah. But like now, like, obviously for your kids, it'll have a huge impact. But I mean, I was there through the thick of it during each time,
Right.
And so like when I have a hard time now, it's like, you can like those are the things, like everyone hits problems, but like typically people decide to numb it out or be delusional about things instead of like trying to learn from the lesson. And learning a lesson could be either like what to do or what not to do, you know. But now like you've created a road like from the deepest hell that you can make it out of.
That nothing's that difficult if you can get out of that. You always say that. You made that one comment a long time ago. You're like you're like the fullback. You went through things that so I could see, and and I always remember that when you said that, and I guess that's true.
And that is true.
Yeah, and I don't really have an older brother, or even older figure around.
Yeah,
and like you didn't have that. I had to jump straight through the fire.
Right. So you didn't have like that, like what crutch that you can lean on that I do. You know. So I just want to say thank you for making it out, and Now, like, and it's true, like, now I have an anchor of which side to choose, right and wrong. It's real, it's not as black and white when you're in day-to-day life,
Right.
And a lot of people aren't lucky enough to have an anchor, like an older brother like you and like Dad, So I'm very grateful for both of you. So
well, I appreciate that, bro.
Happy Father's Day.
All right, love you, bro. All right, let's get out of this.
Skip out of that.
All right, so let's do.
You are still ugly. Yeah. First off,
Alex is still a retard. I've taught him everything he knows. He forgot that part. Like everything he knows is because of me. All his interests are my interests. Yeah. He forgot that part. You just have a very low IQ. Like the most important shit. You have a
very low IQ and you're hard to look at. But other than that,
and just to end on that stuff. Hopefully, I'm a national champion next Monday. Next podcast. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm feeling very confident. Thursday. When it means the least, not that it means the least, I think I used to put more like into it, like I cared too much. And I still care, it's just a different thing. Like I don't care as much anymore. Mm-hmm. And watch, I feel like I'm gonna win. But we'll see. Again, I'm gonna take it,
It's been a minute.
And what I learned too in the last jiu-jitsu tournaments, and that was 3 years ago, which I've developed now, you need a finishing move. You need to be able to take somebody out with something.
Yeah.
And
your thing was always the triangle and like the arm bar
and that was just stuff I was good at in jiu-jitsu. But you need like a overhand right knockout punch for jiu-jitsu, and I got that. And
what do you feel like it is?
I'm not gonna talk about it right now. What if they search our podcast and find
I hope they do.
My name's on there. I don't want to tell them yet because they're.
Are you serious?
They're gonna see it. Yeah.
Damn.
You're gonna see it
I'm
too.
gonna know off camera.
I got a takedown and then I got a nice little go-to, which I think I'm just gonna go to the go-to. I worked it today in jiu-jitsu, and it's on point. And I hit Jimenez with it right at the beginning. Bang, bang. And
okay. I know.
Yeah, and that's when I was just figuring it out.
I don't know why. I was thinking more like, I'm not.
No, but I was thinking that's like my go-to
triangle.
Right from jump, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to go to right from jump. And if I don't get it, whatever, I can just do, guard.
Yeah. I've been because your top pressure, you've developed your top game so much. Like
if they pull guard, that'd be ideal.
Yeah. So that's what I meant to ask you. Are you gonna like try to push top pressure?
I'm gonna stand around for a couple minutes, and see if they get tired a little bit anyway. And sometimes if you wait a while, they'll end up pulling guard. I'd rather them pull guard, and then I can just be on top. But if not, I want to get into a jiu-jitsu fight, and I don't want to have to like get taken down on some silly shit and go down 2-0 or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But that's gonna be my go-to right away. What I did to Jimenez, and I'm way better at it now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Cool.
All right, let's do. We're gonna do. So this weekend, I just want to make sure. Well, and should we just? We're gonna do UFC Fight Night 190 this weekend. Real quick, the other things on this weekend: Anderson Silva beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in a boxing fight.
Yeah,
that was
something
crazy. We never did any coverage on. It was kind of random.
Well, we didn't hear about it.
Yeah, we didn't really hear about it, but it was a $39.99 pay-per-view, and Anderson Silva. Ended up winning by decision, so shout out to Anderson Silva.
Damn.
Gamebred Fighting Championship. George Masvidal just did his first bare knuckle event. Jason Knight versus Charles Bennett. Jason Knight ended up winning the main event, so we'll see how that progresses. Mm-hmm. But it's cool, George. The real reason I would bring that up, I think it's cool. Like Khabib starting his own thing, Eagle Fighting Championship. George Masvidal being able to be a promoter and make some money for other guys. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do. So this one is called UFC Fight Night 190. I've also seen it called UFC Vegas 30. So I think they're calling it that too, because the last one we saw was UFC Vegas 29. I think this one's called UFC Vegas 30. So anyway, it's headlined by Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov, which is a great heavyweight fight.
Ghana, I think it is. He's French.
I think it says Cyril Gane.
It's either Gane or Ghana.
Okay.
It's one of the two.
Well,
and that's what everyone complains about in the comments, so we got to get that part right.
Okay. But I've heard him say Cyril Gane on the UFC broadcast.
Yeah, but maybe they're mispronouncing it.
Okay, so we'll call him Cyril for the sake of it. Versus Alexander Volkov, which is a really great fight. Both those guys are right in contention. Volkov has fought a bunch of the top guys, but he couldn't stop like the takedown of like Blades, I believe, and yeah, but I think Gane is undefeated though. Or Cyril,
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Yeah. As a competitor, he used to compete in Muay Thai too. He's a Muay Thai champion.
And he's athletic and really good. We'll get into the fight specifically. Let's go over the fights we're going to go over. I also want to go over Tanner Boser versus Ovin St. Preux. St. Preux's going back up to heavyweight.
Right.
And we just fought Tanner Boser. Remember, we just talked about Tanner Boser.
He just lost that decision.
Yeah, and it's close. St. Preux's good. I think St. Preux too, he's like 37-38 now, so this is good for him to move up. We'll get into specifics. I wrote the other ones that I wrote down that I want with the odds. I like Andre Fili versus Daniel Pineda is a barn burner. Pineda's coming off the loss to Cub Swanson, and Andre Fili out of Sacramento. That's going to be a great fight. And then I always like Renato Moicano. He's fighting Jai Herbert. Renato Moicano's minus 250. Jai Herbert's plus 200. And then the only other things that kind of caught my attention, because last week on the fight, the one that we were throwing in parlays was Tim Means. He's not fighting Danny Roberts, who he's supposed to fight. He's fighting Nicholas Dalby. And Tim Means was minus 200 against Roberts. He's minus 165. Dalby plus 140. So that's interesting. And then I'm not as familiar with these two guys, but it's the third fight on the main card. Danilo Marquez versus Kennedy Ejuku. And that one I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a big fight at light heavyweight. I think whoever wins that, they kind of want to push. So, yeah. So, let's start up, bottom and go up.
Yeah.
Let's do Renato Moicano versus Jai Herbert. Pull up the Sherdog one. And Moicano's coming off the last loss that I bet him, right? Click on, there he is, Moicano, Renato Carneiro versus Rafael Fiziev. Yeah, he hasn't fought since that.
And he has that loss to Korean Zombie.
That was another good win for Korean Zombie, too, and Aldo. He's lost 3 of his last 4, but he went up to 155, which is a better weight for him. Click on Jai Herbert.
He's 5'11". That's a small 145er.
Yeah. Click on Jai Herbert, to him. Who has he fought in the last couple of fights? 10-2. He lost to Francisco Trinaldo, who's old. And that was his first fight in the UFC. Interesting.
That's not a good sign.
All right, let's start with that one. Who you going? Moicano, Jai Herbert. He's 33 out of England.
Yeah, I'm going to go Renato.
Moicano.
By TKO in the second round.
Second round? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Renato Moicano. I'm going to go by decision.
Okay, cool.
I might throw Tim Means in one of our bets, but I didn't have that written down. Should we go? Let's do Andre Fili versus Daniel Pineda. I have Andre Fili as minus 225. Daniel Pineda's plus 190. That's a really good fight. That's going to be a fun fight. Both those guys are scrappers. Pineda's coming off the loss to Cub Swanson after beating Herbert Burns. And Pineda's what, though? He's up there now, 37.
What are these no contests? What is this?
I think he got busted for trees. 35. And then Fili, click on Fili. I think Fili won one and then lost his last one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, lost to Bryce Mitchell, who's a savage. Bryce Mitchell's good and beat Charles Jourdain by split decision.
What do you say this one is? Minus
225, Fili. Pineda plus 190.
I'll go Fili by decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same. I got Fili by decision.
Okay.
I didn't write down the Kennedy Shushwu versus Danilo Marquez. Click on him.
We'll just pick one.
So he knocked out Carlos Uber, decision, but he lost to Paul Craig. That's the guy who just submitted Homeboy. And so he's 3-1 in the UFC. Click on Danilo Marquez. For our podcast listeners, we're on Sherdog pulling up some stuff. So he beat Mike Rodriguez. I remember that. I think they thought Mike Rodriguez was going to win that fight. Okay, I'm going to go first. I got Danilo Marquez by second round submission.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna follow you on that.
Association Damian Maya Jiu-Jitsu. So he's got jiu-jitsu. It said 5 subs, 4
I've done that low
decisions.
by second round submission. I like that. I'll make it third round to change it up.
All right, then I think this is the co-main event. Ovince St. Preux, who's fought everyone, is moving up to heavyweight. And he's fought at heavyweight for sure. Click on him. He fought at heavyweight a couple times. I think he's 1-1 at heavyweight. That sounds probably right. See, Ben Rothwell, and he beat Michael Olajukic. Those guys are 2 heavyweights. Nikita Krylov is a heavyweight too, but he might have fought him at 205. But he's fought everyone. I mean, Dominic Reyes, Corey Anderson, Volkan Ozdemir, Jimmy Manuel, Rothwell, Metafield. He's 1-1, lose one, 1-1, lose one. He just got knocked out by Jamal Hill. That's the guy who Paul Craig just submitted.
He's 38 now, huh?
Yeah, he's up there. The heavyweight's better for him at this age now. Click on Tanner Boser. So Tanner Boser lost that recent decision. I feel like we just talked Ilir Latifi.
So and this is also his last fight on contract too.
Wow, June 5th. Yeah. So we're talking
2 weeks.
Damn, 3 weeks, yeah.
2-3 weeks, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So, in Ilir Latifi, I remember that. Boser was like minus 220, 250 against Ilir Latifi, and he lost that. I watched that fight, though. It was a close fight. It was a split decision.
Yeah.
That being the case,
this is a weird one.
I'm a big Ovince St. Preux. On my last channel, I had a video of Ovince St. Preux doing a Von Blue choke, and it got like 100,000 views.
Damn.
So, remember? And that was Ovince St. Preux. But I do like Ovince St. Preux in that fight against a guy like Tanner Boser. I'm going to go Ovince St. Preux by decision.
It's weird because Tanner did just fight, so that means there's going to be 0 ring rust. That's the only thing I'm kind of leaning towards Tanner. And he said he's pissed off and he wanted another fight to finish off his contract, which I don't know if that benefits him or...
So he's fighting out his contract.
Yeah, this is his last fight, yeah. So I'm going to go Tanner Boser by TKO.
Yeah. The more I think about it, too, I'm thinking about how does OSP win? Because Boser moves good on his feet, but I'm still going to stick with St. Preux by decision.
Okay, cool.
And then in the main event, go to the best fight odds for this one. What's it at right now? Cyril Gane minus 175. BetMGM plus 145 Volkov.
It's like from minus 160 to minus 175.
Click on Cyril. What is his age? So Cyril is, I know I keep saying Gane. If it's something else, I'm sorry. But Cyril Gane is 31 years old, 8-0. Mm-hmm. In the UFC, beat Jair in a rear strokes, good win. Finished those, beat Tanner Boser, another guy. Dontail. I mean, 5 of his fights are in the UFC too. Submission. I know who I like in this fight off rip. Click on Volkov though. Let's just give Volkov his proper due. So he beat Walt Harris, beat Overeem, TKO'd both of them actually. He's good against guys that stand with him. See, he lost to Blades, beat Greg Hardy, who's fighting soon, and lost to Derek Lewis. 32. He's not old either. It's a good fight. He's got length, but I'm gonna go with Cyril Gane by second round knockout.
Okay, yeah, and Cyril has the length advantage. Cyril, I've been, by 2 inches. He's a smaller fighter, but
6'7".
Yeah, he has the longer reach. But with these Muay Thai guys, they're very good at creating distance and keeping the distance. When I've been reviewing for the podcast, and he's like one of the most technical heavyweight fighters that I've seen.
He moves well on his feet. He's super athletic.
So, and I think Alexander's a brown belt. So, I mean, he has 2 wins by submission at least in the
Volkov
UFC.
Does or Gane?
Gane. He has 2 submissions in the UFC, so his jiu-jitsu is good.
Yeah.
I don't know who has the up in the ground game. I don't know. I feel like if Volkov can get in the pocket, he can obviously knock him out. But Gane has never lost a competitive fight. He's undefeated. So.
It's 5 rounds too, which makes it interesting.
It is.
I think if it goes, it's main event. I think it helps Volkov to go 5 rounds.
Oh right. Yeah.
But
it helps Volkov.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Because Cyril's more muscular. Volkov can kind of stand and bang. I feel
he's very technical though. It's not like he's blowing gas like.
Yeah. Again, I'm going Cyril Gane second round TKO regardless. So.
I think they're gonna create a star out of Cyril Gane.
I do too.
So yeah, I have Cyril Gane by decision.
Yep. Okay. And then let's do favorite bet on this card. And this will be our bet of the week too. So we'll just do the bet of the week segment right now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
What?
There's no basketball or anything.
Basketball we're locked in on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This will be our bets of the week.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing Cyril in something for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do him straight.
Well, let's do best parlay, best straight bet.
Okay.
For the fight.
My best straight bet, I'm going Cyril Gane straight up. And he's going up in odds, too. If I'm going to get it in, I got to get in. He was minus 160. Now he's up to minus 175. But I got Cyril Gane straight bet.
I have Cyril, too, for my straight bet, yeah.
And then parlay, I almost want to throw Tim Means in because I was going to talk about Tim Means last night. But now I'm not too
Do you know this Nicholas Dolby
on Nicholas
guy?
Dolby, 19-3. Go up real quick. I want to see his decisions.
Alex Oliveira.
He beat Charles. He has 4 submissions. 9. So does he take people down? Denmark. He's 36. Go down. So he's fought Daniel Rodriguez. He beat Cowboy Oliveira. Alex Oliveira. No contest. Jesse Ronson. What happened? He busted for trees or steroids and beat Daniel Rodriguez. Man.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Maybe I'll just stay away. I mean, I feel better about Renato Moicano. So I'm gonna go my parlay. I'm gonna do a 2-team parlay. I'm gonna go Cyril Gane and I'm gonna go Renato Moicano.
Okay, I'm gonna do a 2-teamer. I'm gonna go Tanner Boser and Cyril.
I'm just gonna throw Danilo Marquez in there too, but I'm not gonna do that. So you're going Tanner Boser, Cyril, and I'm gonna go Renato Moicano and Cyril Gane 2-team parlay.
I really like Cyril Gane though. I really think he's gonna be the next guy for the heavyweight division. You know.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Before we leave MMA real quick, I just want to say this. Ariel Helwani's leaving ESPN. His last day was June 15th. Shout out to Ariel Helwani. He just posted this video today. He's going back home to MMA fighting where he's been for I've been watching him for 10, 12 years. I don't know how long it's been, but I've been following him forever. But that's where he always had the MMA hour on MMA fighting. What a savage. Signed a 3-year deal with ESPN.
Yeah.
They offered him another 3-year. He declined it just to go back home. So shout out to him. And I'm assuming he probably thinks he can make more money on some. He's been doing his YouTube channel, kind of how like Kwame Brown is. He's just been posting stuff on his Ariel Helwani YouTube show. And but I just want to say shout out to Ariel Helwani. He's leaving ESPN and going back to MMAfighting.com. Just announced that today.
Do you think Does MMA fighting pay him?
Yeah.
Do you think the bag is the same? It can't be, right?
No, I don't think it's the
same. Do you think he just was like 3 years, I'll make the money real quick?
Yeah, I think there's too much control with ESPN probably. He can probably do more things on the side with MMA fighting. He has more flexibility. Yeah, that's probably
part of their contract. You can't do any side shit.
And they make him do like 5 different shows, you know, MMA stuff. So he's going to have more flexibility, and I'm assuming that's what he wants. He'll get paid for MMA fighting and can do independent shit as well.
It's always better to be independent.
Always better to be independent. So shout out to Ariel Helwani. I just want to mention that before we got off MMA.
Right.
Let's do the XXL freshman class 2021. Let's pull that up.
Okay, cool.
What are we at?
30.
Oh, no. We missed it. Bro, we forgot.
Oh,
Hold
shit.
on.
Yeah,
Back in MMA, before you XXL freshman class, this is actually one of our biggest segment of the week. We have, we're going to do our Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3.
Right.
Predictions and bets. That fight is July 24th in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. And that was one thing I did notice, too, that caught my eye when I went down to the Strip this weekend. I saw a bunch of ads for this, a bunch of...
Oh, yeah, they love this shit.
Yeah. So Fury Wilder 3, July 24th in Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Right now, Tyson Fury is minus 280. Deontay Wilder is plus 230. So what? Fury won the second one. What was the first one? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
No. Put the Tyson result. That's something we should have put up. What was the first result? Was it a tie? Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder results. For our podcast listeners, we are pulling up some results. So the fight ended in a split draw. Fury. The first one. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah. It was a draw. And then Fury won the second. So
when he came back from the dead.
Yeah.
Undertaker.
So Fury's 40-0. Deontay Wilder, we don't have his record up in front of us, but he obviously has one loss. So the other, should we pull up those other 2 fights first? Go to the other page that we had.
Yeah.
The other fights right now are going to be Jared Anderson versus TBA, and then we have Robert Helenius versus Adam Kaunaki, and we have Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Ajba. I'm not going to act like we know these guys, but we're going to pick winners anyway. Robert, should we at least pull him up on Google? Robert Helenius.
Should we? Or should we just guess by name?
Well, let's see if we can at least get a picture. Maybe we can pick off pictures.
Yeah.
Robert Helenius versus Adam Kaunaki.
We just want to see their faces.
Hi, I'm live recording a podcast as we speak. Hendricks?
Here we go.
Okay, I love you. I'll call you after. Love you, bye. All right.
Speaking of father duties.
These are them?
That's them.
Okay. Oh, shit. Alex smoking this dude. Okay.
I'm going with the big.
Is Robert the guy on the right?
I'm guessing. I'm going to go with Robert.
Robert Helenius.
Just 'cause the powerful
If he's the guy on the right, I'm going to go with him because the other guy's got a dad bod.
Yeah.
All right, we got Robert Helenius. Next fight.
This is a very in-depth take on
Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Ajbana. All right. So, okay. That's Frank Sanchez?
Yeah.
Oh, that's F.A. Ajba. Oh, this one actually might be a banger.
I'm going with F.A.
F.A. Ajba?
Yeah. Frank looks old.
Can we get some records or something here?
Nah.
All right. So you're going with F.A.? I got Frank Sanchez by knockout. Let's go. All right. So the fight we've all been waiting for. So Tyson Fury is minus 280. Deontay Wilder is plus 230. I actually just pulled it up at the Red Rock odds. Tyson Fury is minus 300. Deontay Wilder's plus 250. The one I like though, this is the one I like of the bets of this card. It's Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury over 7.5 or under 7.5. Over 7.5 is minus 115. Under 7.5 is minus 105. Both of them went 12 rounds, so I don't know why they wouldn't think this one would too. So I think that's the bet I like the most is over 7.5 rounds, minus 115.
Minus 115?
Yeah, and staying away. I would like to see Deontay Wilder knock him out just in some funny shit, but it's a big one. And Fury's just a better technical boxer throughout 12 rounds. Well, Wilder isn't like the most technical. He needs to knock you out. Mm-hmm. But I did see this press conference. Deontay Wilder didn't even want to speak. He just kept his headset on and didn't pay attention to anything. Fury came in with his shirt off.
Looking heavy
as hell. But
it's crazy how good of a boxer he is.
Yeah, that's kind of just his thing. So,
yeah.
So Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, who you picking?
I'm going to go Deontay Wilder by TKO.
That's kind of what I want to go with, too.
Yeah.
I think I want that, too.
I mean, like, I understand he isn't the most technical in his previous fights, but there's time to develop, and I feel like he's embarrassed by
He switched his boxing coach up, too. I know that.
And Sway in the Morning loves him, so that gives me a little push.
Does he? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Deontay Wilder as well. I just have this weird feeling. And Tyson Fury is like coming off with his shirt off, looks a little fat. Deontay Wilder's taking it very serious. I'm going to go Deontay Wilder I'm actually going to go Deontay Wilder by somehow wins it by decision, but he drops him a couple of times. So I'm going to go Deontay Wilder by decision. But my favorite bet of the night is I'm going to go that over 7.5 rounds.
Yeah, I like that.
Minus 115.
That's a good bet.
That's not a bad bet at all.
If he does win, if Wilder does end up beating Fury, are they going to do a 4?
Who knows? Boxing's just a money grab. Probably.
They don't give a fuck, huh?
I mean, the other guy in there is Anthony Joshua, the guy from the UK. I know he wants to get in this. That's who Fury was supposed to fight. Fury was setting up that fight, and then somehow now they're doing Fury Wilder 3 again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we both got Deontay Wilder, and I think our favorite bet is Deontay Wilder over. Deontay Wilder Fury over 7.5 minus 115.
Yeah.
All right.
That's at Red Rock?
That's at Red Rock, yep.
Damn.
All right, shout out to Tyson Fury. That's our Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder big in-depth breakdown. All right. By the way, before we forget, the Vegas Golden Knights, which we've been meaning to bring up for like 3 episodes now.
Right.
They actually won last night in overtime. 2 games in overtime in a row. Canadians won Game 3, went up 2-1, and then Golden Knights Game 4 won in overtime as well.
Yeah, that Game 3 was fucking
crazy,
ridiculous, though.
Goalie moved out the way, and then they tied it up. I was watching that at the casino during
that
the
was
Clippers
such a
Jazz
heartbreak
game.
Too.
But all we wanted to do is we just really want to jump on the Vegas Golden Knights bandwagon a long time.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're not like the biggest hockey baseball guys. But at least it's in the city. We see Vegas Golden Knights shit everywhere.
It was our first team out here.
The first team. We saw them here too. Like we were already living here. It was cool to see a team come into a city and then people just grasp onto it.
And how big it's the biggest team out here.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has the shirts on.
I mean, it's the only team.
Raiders.
The Raiders haven't started for real, but we're going to see a lot of Raiders stuff this year. Now they're going to have fans in the stadium.
But it's the biggest talk in the city.
Of course, yeah.
You know.
Shout out to the Golden Knights. Hopefully they win. I'm going to pull up real quick just while we're talking about it. Golden Knights, Pro Hockey Futures.
So is the next game in Vegas? Do you know that? I think so.
Knights are plus 100 to win it all right now. Lightning, who's in the other series, Tampa Bay Lightning are plus 175. Islanders plus 550, and the Team Canadians. The Golden Knights are playing Canadians are plus 800. Yeah, because Knights were supposed to run through them. The series prices right now, Canadians versus Knights. Knights minus 380. It opened when the series opened. Knights were like minus 550. So they've given Canadians a little bit more.
I'm surprised
credit.
it hasn't dropped more.
Minus 380 plus 290, and then Islanders Lightning minus 230. So I think Vegas thinks it's going to be Tampa Bay Lightning versus Las Vegas Golden Knights. So go Knights and night up. I saw it on a sign on the way here. I'd never heard that before in my life, but I did see it on a sign. They must say that. Did they say that? Night up?
I guess so.
All right, well, night up and let's go Knights. All right. Now let's do the XXL freshman class stuff.
Okay.
Get into some music. So every year, XXL, this has been popular forever. I mean, you could look at some of the OG XXL freshman classes from like 08, 09, 010, 011. Yeah. There were some classic ones. I remember listening to some podcasts that were comparing like, I don't know the numbers, but so this one we have first and foremost. I did see it's the most women they ever put on one. So shout out to women. No, go up a little bit, right there. So here we go. I'm going to go down the people. It's hip hop is represented across many regions this year. So here we go. We got 42 Doug, who serves up his raps in Detroit. Okay, so 42 Doug's from Detroit. We got Flo Millie from Mobile, Alabama. We got Maury from Fayetteville, North Carolina. We got Pooh Shiesty from Memphis. We got Lakea from Milwaukee. We got Hendrix's girl, Coy LeRae, puts on for both North Jersey and Boston. Also, that is Coy Coyle Ray's dad is what's his name? The guy who was beefing with Eminem.
Oh, what?
Yeah, his dad is Bambino.
Guy?
What was that guy's name?
Yeah,
like Mexican black dude.
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he used to always go back at.
He still is. He's in the news recently.
But that's his daughter.
Like steroid guy.
The Mexican black looking dude. That's Coyle Ray's dad.
Benzino.
There it is.
Yeah.
So Coyle Ray's dad Benzino used to go at Eminem and stuff. So but anyway, Coyle Ray's big right now. And then we got Tusi, who holds it down for both Raleigh, North Carolina, and Syracuse. Don't know how to do that. Blast, who we've done a video review of. He's from South Central LA.
Right.
Ruby Rose, I swear, which is like an Instagram model, but I guess she's a.
That's hilarious because I actually Academics posted this thing, a screenshot from her, and there's a DM. It was like, I just thought you're Instagram hoe. I know you're a rapper. Congrats.
That's
funny. She reposted it on.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So Ruby Rose is from Lexington, Kentucky. We got Ian Dior's. She roots from Arecibo, Puerto Rico, and Corpus Christi, Texas. And then DDG, who is this year's fan voted freshman 10 spot winner from Pontiac. He's like the big YouTube guy. Was in the boxing recently.
Yeah. Damn. This is a big month for him.
Yeah.
Huh?
So over the next one, we're releasing freestyle ciphers. I always like to see those ciphers. What's this saying? Additional interviews, Moneybag Yo, Corday, Ski Mask. All right. So congratulations to 42 Doug, Ian Dior, Coyle Ray, Poosh. No, go down. No, I was reading that. Poosh Shicey. No, down. Right there. Poosh Shicey, Flo Millie, Moray, Ruby Rose, Blast, Tusi, Lakea, and DDG. Let's start with this first. Who's your favorite?
Damn. I mean, I haven't listened to any of these people really. Blast. We did a reaction to him.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he was cool.
Pooh Shicey is the Back and Blood song.
Shout out to the city. Huh?
Pooh Shicey is the Back and Blood song.
Everyone loves that.
Yeah.
This is really hard for me, and I'm starting to feel out of touch.
Yeah, you need to get in touch.
These guys, yeah.
So your favorite's Blast. Yeah, I think my favorite's Blast too. I think Moray might be pretty decent. We should probably give him a chance. I think he does like R&B too, kind of like Blast. But we gotta listen to more Blast. I think Blast is my favorite as well. How about this? Who on this one do you absolutely have no idea who they are? And be honest.
42 Doug, Lakea. I've heard of Maury. Ian Dior.
Okay. I've seen 42 Doug. I hear about that. I've never heard of Lakea either. I don't think I've heard of Ian Dior.
We gotta get in touch, bro.
I've seen Flo Millie on some stuff. Who Shicey. I played through some of the.
I mean, I know who DDG is. I've never listened to him.
dropped a video today. But
I know Coyle Ray is like very popular on TikTok and shit.
No, she's really big. She's a really big song.
But I still feel like I don't know any of her music.
Yeah, she was on I saw her on $1 Million Worth of Game. I watched that podcast when she was on there.
We gotta up our shit, dude.
Yeah, so
we have to start paying attention.
But yeah, I guess they put more women on here than ever before. It is more like hip hop. But Blast and Maury are more like R&B singers. So yeah, if we were more up to date, we could say like who we thought should have been on here, but we don't really know.
I mean, for the last few years, have you liked these freshmen?
Well, go down real quick, actually, because it says who was last year real quick, right there. The freshman hit scene average, and includes that's additional interviews. I mean, XSL freshman class.
Wait, are these people that like weren't has Corday been a freshman?
Yeah.
Okay. Has Conway the Machine?
I don't know. Jack Harlow has. Yeah, at some point we have to pull up all the other ones. There were some good class. Not right now, but
no.
But search best XSL freshman class ever. For our podcast listeners, we're pulling up some best XXL freshman class ever.
Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, here we go. Oh, ranked.
2016.
This is number 1.
Uzi Vert, Yachty, Kodak Black, Kernzy, Herbo. No, Anderson .Paak, Lil Dicky, Davies. This is good. I think we'll like this next one. Let's see 2010. J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, J-Rock.
What the fuck?
All right, 2010. We'll make our pick after. Let's keep going. 2011. Ooh, Meek Mill, Big Crit, Sci-Hi, Yellow Wolf, Fred the Godson. Shout out R.I.P. Fred the Godson. Mac Miller, R.I.P. Mac Miller. Back to back. YG, Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, and Diggy Simmons.
God damn. Okay, I remember that.
Those two up there. 2013, Schoolboy Q, Joey Badass, Absol, Logic, Action Bronson, Dizzy Wright, Travis Scott, It's a good
Chief
one.
Keef.
2019. Corday's on that one, but pass.
Yeah.
Pass. 2017. Pass. 2020. Jack Harlow's Henry
At
Serrata.
least I know these guys' names, though.
Yeah. Well, you'll start knowing these other ones, too. Go down to 2014.
Wait. Cowboy?
I've never heard of him.
He's from Cincinnati, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What is this one? 2014. Chance the Rapper, Ty Dolla $ign, Vic Mensa, John Connor, Jared Ben. Chance makes that one. I remember that one. Go down.
Vic Mensa. Lil Bibby?
Yeah, cool.
A lot of these guys
2012. Oh, here we go. We got Macklemore, Machine Gun Kelly, Hobson, Iggy Azalea, Future, French Montana. That's a funny one. 2008 pass. 2009 Wale, B.O.B., Charles Hamilton. What's
Asher
up?
Ross.
Asher.
Damn.
Kid Cudi.
Currency?
That was
damn.
Charles Hamilton just dropped a new album too, by the way, which is funny.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that shit.
I meant to tell you. I played it. It's always hard to hear it for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see 2007. We got Joel Ortiz, Lupe Fiasco, Crooked Eye, Papoose. All right. Down.
Lil Boosie.
2015. Kid Goldlink just dropped an album, by the way. I've played through a little bit of it. That's the pass. Big pass. That's it. All right, go up. It has to be those top, the number 2 or number 3.
Wait, what was 2009?
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not for those top. The only one that was down here that was halfway close. Keep going.
Any of these? 2014? No. It was all on the top.
It was 2010?
Yeah.
Or go to the next one? No, definitely not 2016. 2011?
Oh, my God. Oh, that's hard.
Or what was 2013? No, go to 2013?
No. It was good.
Go down?
No.
Okay, so it's got to be up then.
It's 10 or 11.
So let's see here. So we got J. Cole. We got to do the top. J. Cole, Nipsey, Big Sean, J-Rock. Those are top 4 for us. J. Cole, Nipsey, Big Sean.
Wiz Khalifa, though.
But let's just do those 4 so we know top 4 versus top 4. Who has the best top 4? Let's do top 3. Best top 3. J. Cole, Nipsey, Big Sean, right? That's our favorite top 3 in there?
Yeah.
Okay, go down. Top 3.
That makes it hard. We have to do...
Oh, this one was 2011 for sure.
Bro.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, bro, just
so what's the top 3?
Kendrick, Meek. I mean, you could go... For me, you could go Sci-Hi, Mac Miller, or Big Crit. So let's say we add J-Rock on there as their 4th. No, go. Let's do top 5 then. So J-Rock.
Yeah.
You have to throw Wiz Khalifa probably on there.
Yeah, J. Cole, Nipsey.
I mean, Freddie Gibbs.
Big
Freddie
Sean.
Gibbs is big. So let's go Wiz.
Wiz. What are we talking about? Freddie Gibbs.
Our personal.
Okay.
Wiz Khalifa impactful, obviously.
J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle.
Big Sean.
J-Rock. And then Freddie Gibbs if we're doing personal,
Wiz.
right?
Okay, so go down.
So that's 5.
So this would for sure Meek.
Crit.
Sci-Hi. Kendrick. Mac. We still have Yellow Wolf on there.
Yellow Wolf. Fred the Godson. All right.
Even Lil B and YG.
The thing is, 2010 has 2 like guaranteed legends on here.
Who?
With Nipsey and J. Cole.
So does 2011. They have fucking 3.
Yeah, that's
Kendrick
true.
Lamar, Meek Mill,
and YG. God damn.
And Lil B. Their bottom 3 is better too. YG and Lil B, I'll take.
A little twist.
Yeah, but
Fred
the Godson, shout out. R.I.P. on this one. Lil Mac Miller, Fred the Godson. Yeah, that one. 2011 is the best for sure. But 2010 is good though.
Mm-hmm. Those are top 2.
All right, that's it. Let's get out of here.
What do they have as number 1?
This one, because I guess let me see why. Because Uzi Vert is a big guy. Kodak
Same
Black.
with Lil Yachty.
G Herbo's been big this year.
Anderson .Paak. 21 Savage. Designer kind of fell off.
Who? Designer.
Lil Dicky's on here too.
Shout out to Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
I see why. Lil Yachty even is still big, you know.
Who's your top 3 on this list? Can you even do one?
Yeah, me personally.
Yeah.
Davies, Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Is that yours or
yeah?
That's
mine.
I mean, I understand 21 Savage and Lil Uzi Vert's impact, and even Lil Yachty, and Kodak Black. Kodak Black just came out of jail, so he's been popping. But my favorite would have to be Davies.
Damn, I forgot about Designer.
Lil Dicky, Anderson .Paak. Designer, yeah.
Yeah.
Panda. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Let's move on.
So 2011.
All right. Well, what do we have time-wise?
50.
Okay.
Well, favorite songs of the week. We might as well since we're already here.
All right, favorite songs of the week then. I'll go first.
Yeah.
First one, I'm gonna go. It's Tyler, the Creator, just dropped a new single called Lumberjack. He's dropping an album Friday too, which I'm excited for. Oh, damn. And Tyler, Creator's in that rapping bag, which I love.
What?
Yeah, Tyler Creator's rapping. I love that shit. We might do the video reaction, by the way. I don't know if he's independent though, but we might do that one. Yeah. That's what our video reaction. It's like 3.8 million views in 5 days. But yeah, Tyler Creator, Lumberjack.
Okay. I feel like it's just a repeat, but Russ rather be myself.
That's why I literally went away from it just because.
Yeah. I mean, it is. So
now I like that song a lot too. We might do a video reaction on that too, by the way. Cool. And then the other one, my favorite song, which I didn't tell you about, kind of you would have picked it. Ritz featuring Vinny Paz. Keep It Like That. New song just dropped. Ritz featuring Vinny Paz. I couldn't tell you. You gotta wait till today.
Damn.
I'm gonna give you some new shit. Ritz featuring Vinny Paz. Vinny Paz goes on hard at the end. Yeah, it's my top song. Ritz featuring Vinny Paz. Keep It Like That. I'm going Tyler, the Creator. Lumberjack.
All right, I tried playing through Her album, and Corday's on a feature on that song for the song called Trauma.
That's a good song.
And yeah,
I played some of it at the pool yesterday.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, what are we at overall time?
50.
50.
51.
Only other thing, if we want to talk, I don't really even like doing this, but the Joe Budden vs. Rory and Mal thing. Should we do that? I mean,
yeah, might as well.
Okay. So a lot of people have been kind of killing Joe Budden. I mean, DJ Academics came out and said Joe's losing all his fans with Rory and Mal. Yeah. Basically, that all Joe's fans hate him now, and it shows on so if you look at the YouTube numbers, like Joe's last podcast from a week ago was like 260. Rory and Mal's was like 580. I think it's up to like 600 now. That being the case, so this is 3 days. No, that's not it. That's 448. 2 days, 166. Go to the 447. Just go on his channel. 447 is at 207. So, and then go to Rory and Mal. Now, again, this is Rory and Mal's first episode. Yeah, everyone's waiting. So it's always going to be really high up right now.
Yeah, right.
Now, and Joe made a good point, too. That one is 327 now.
Yeah.
That's 578.
I watched both of these.
Now, Joe made a good point, too. Like, he said YouTube is down. Now, of course, he only has the numbers, but he swears audio's up. And he also says a lot of the YouTube numbers are down, too, because a lot of people have bought into Patreon. I mean, me and Alec bought his Patreon, but it doesn't mean we watch it. But I can see how a lot of people, if they pay for Patreon, they're probably using that shit now. So a lot of people who used to watch the video on YouTube are now watching it on Patreon, which makes sense.
I mean, but it would be like 100,000 though.
Yeah, if that.
So no, that's what I'm saying. Like from numbers from his YouTube to that, like that's a big transfer.
Yeah. Well, and he said now with Ison-ish, he has an older audience. So now like they only listen to like Alec watches the video. I've always only listened to audio from Spotify to SoundCloud. I never watched the video. Yeah. I'm just an audio guy, but I also like listen to podcasts more in the car and shit than Alec does. Like that's my shit. I'm listening to podcasts for the most part. I listen to music if I'm like going to jiu-jitsu or going to the gym. But if now, especially with like the gym, I wait to listen to music. I'm gonna listen to music in the gym. But I always have a podcast in my car no matter what. Yeah. Whether it's Bill Simmons or Joe Budden or any of the Ringer stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm more interested for the journey. Again, I love them all together.
What's your prediction though? I'm curious.
What is my prediction?
Do you think Joe?
I like what you said. Like if Joe was gonna come out and drop some music, this would be the time.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. One, he has a lot of things to say. Two, again, it puts the wave back to him.
Right.
We'll see.
If you want to talk about waves, if you want to fucking get the wave back on your side, Joe, I feel like an album would be supreme.
We'll see. I like them all.
Imagine the numbers.
Yeah.
How much controversy. Everyone was talking about this shit.
Yeah. And I think I can make he said Joe's in a pickle. Again, Joe did came out and said the audio numbers are up. Again, he's saying they're still getting 2 million a week, which is good. I mean, it's $1 million a pie, which they were doing with Rory and Mal. So
I don't even want to say why, but then he was attacked with that other issue. It's just that hurt.
A bunch of cash out. They came at him. You know, most kings get their heads cut off. You know, he's Joe's living the they love me, then they hate you, then they love you again thing.
Yeah, that one was aggressive though.
Yeah, it was aggressive. I mean, it was all aggressive for all at once.
Yeah,
for the whole Rory and Mal bracket for that to happen, but.
A lot of
shouts to
Joe will recover.
Yeah, shouts to Rory and Mal. Again, I'm more excited. Again, I've been a big fan.
But what is your prediction? Do you think Rory and Mal are going to stay at a high trajectory and like keep these numbers, or do you think they're going to dwindle? Or?
For a little bit, and I think it is a thing. Joe has that kind of thing. It's unfortunate that it goes that way with people. Like Joe kind of made them this big, and now they can kind of ride the wave, and to the point where now people kind of hate on Joe. Like, it's kind of sad, and I get it because Joe's a confident man. He's a winner. Gets hot girls. He's got he's confident. Like people don't like those kind of guys sometimes, even though like that's what got it really big. It's a weird thing, unfortunately. And we've seen this before. But I'm someone that doesn't. I'm not gonna let ego. I'm not that kind of person. I shout out to Joe Budden. I love Joe Budden.
Yeah.
So, and I always have, always will. And I love Rory and
Huge
Mal too.
fans of Joe Budden.
Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. I think. Again, I think it will balance out at some point somehow. But Rory and Mal, it's going to be banging.
So they're going to compete, you think?
I mean, hopefully, like they say, there's enough money out here for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Did you watch the interview with Boogie and?
I did. I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
It was cool. It's funny putting face to audio to face because Justice, I always liked when Justice was on the pod. He was funny with Joe and them. So I like Justice. It was cool. I mean, Boogie's just not that much of a talker, and Earl Sweatshirt was just in the back getting high. But he said a couple of things. But even then, he shout out to Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah. But he didn't know what he was saying some of the times. Stoned. But yeah, I like Rory. I like Mal.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah. They're killing it. And they also said they recorded all this in LA, and Rory was sick during this too. But Rory's come off good. I've always liked Rory a lot. I like them all. Again, I liked all their dynamics.
This shit's weird though.
It's definitely weird. It's definitely
I'm curious what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I am too.
I pray Joe fucking drops an album.
Something.
God,
Joe. The thing is, Joe will figure it out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Or another thing is like they had all these talks that him and Academics make a show. What if he had Academics come on the podcast?
Yeah.
I was thinking that,
or just a separate show. Yeah.
So Joe will make something happen like he always does. I mean, this is what he does. He makes something happen, he gets hit. Makes something happen, he gets hit. So he'll figure it out.
Doesn't I think Royce the 5'9" and Lupe Fiasco have a podcast now? Did you know about that?
Do they?
Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah. Imagine like that dynamic though with Joe. I feel like Joe and Royce would pair off very well.
Joe and Royce love each other, but they hate each other too. They wouldn't do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the podcast would be good though.
They already know they can't stand each other that long, so
yeah,
they would have to keep that separate. But that's
they all. I mean, other than Joel
Royce
Ortiz,
and Lupe have a podcast.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
They were doing a lot of Instagram lives together. I was picking up on.
Have you seen that Dave Chappelle Talib Kweli one started yet?
I haven't, because it's a different app. It's like through a paywall, It's like same with Russell Brand. I'd love to listen to that podcast, but
right?
I don't know if it's on the same platform, but I know they both are on pay through platforms.
Yeah, I remember I was watching the video. Russell Brand was trying to push that app a little bit.
I feel like Joe does that the best, like release one episode and then another on Patreon for like the extreme fans.
And the funny thing is I paid for Patreon and I haven't even watched anything on there.
Me too.
Yeah.
We both just wanted to see the fucking breakup podcast.
I think Joe's putting some shit together. He hears the talk. He sees it. I know Joe's got something in the books. Or maybe he'll bring Academics for just Patreon exclusives. Or Academics is the one that sticks to me because, one, he gets attention. And two, they've already talked about stuff. He hasn't been doing the pull-up stuff. But he'll get something popping off. Shout out to Joe Budden. Shout out to Rory and Mal. That's it. Where we at?
Cool. 58.
All right. So I like to say at the end of each podcast, we had 18 subscribers this week, so we'll take it. It wasn't our 35 that we had the previous week, but we got 172 subscribers. Follow us on everything. Apple?
Yeah, Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. We're on all social media. KandiShow. KandiShow on all platforms.
Hopefully next time I'll have a gold medal. I'll bring it to the podcast, but we'll see. Gold, silver, or bronze. We'll see. But
so we'll have the results of that
gold.
next week.
Thursday, fighting in Nationals here in Vegas, Las Vegas Convention Center. Shout out to that. And that's it. KandiShow episode 19.